And now let us emerge to emerging technologies. So in these if you look at the weightage of this lesson, you have very good weightage. And how many marks you are getting? What is the average mark you are getting? Yeah, you are getting nearly 4 to 8 marks from this lesson, isn't it? You are getting 4 to 8 marks. 4 to 10? Where? Yeah, once only, no? So that we cannot take into consideration. Whenever we are telling expected weightage, our formula is the most number of times what is the weightage. So if you observe that, it is 4 to 8 marks. So worth reading this lesson. And what are the emerging technologies? The emerging technologies are virtualization. See, wait. Virtualization is the emerging technology, and grid computing and cloud computing are the son and daughter of virtualization. They are not separate. Grid computing is virtualization. Cloud computing is virtualization. Okay. And mobile computing, green computing, BYOD, IoT, AI, these are all emerging technologies. Right. Now, what is virtualization? Morning we discussed what is virtualization, which is not real, which is not physical. That is called virtualization. Now, you know, you, me, everyone, we are all the users of virtualization. Every one of us are using virtualization. How? I can give you a lot of examples. Every one of you is having a Google Drive account or not? Do you store your data in Google Drive or not? Yes? A big yes? Yes. Then you are the users of virtualization. Unknowingly, you are using virtualization. How? If I ask you, where is your 10th marks list? What you are telling? Google Drive, sir. Show me the drive. Show me the drive. Physically. What do you say? Are mental, huh? How can I show? It is Google Drive, right? It is not pen drive. It is Google Drive, man. It's not pen drive. If it is pen drive, I can show. But Google Drive, how can I show? Then if you cannot show, where did you store your data? In the Google Drive. In the Google Drive. Then show me. I cannot show, I cannot show. It requires internet connection, only then I can show. Okay. So you cannot show me physically. But virtually there is drive, there is storage, and you stored there. So that means you started using virtualization. Okay. That means without having physical access to the things, by having logical access to the things, you started virtualization. That is virtualization. Simple example of virtualization. You on one day you are reading something in Adobe Reader in your mobile phone. And I asked your mobile phone and tried to find out Adobe Reader in your phone. And there is no Adobe Reader app in your phone. But you are reading in Adobe Reader. How is it possible? Once upon a time it is not possible. But today it is possible. Because today you need not have any application in your mobile. You can have application online. Okay. See, once upon a time, some 10 years back, if I want to listen to a song, what I have to do? I need to purchase a memory card. Songs will be downloaded here. Shops will be there. I need to go there, get some songs stored in my memory card, and I need to have a player in my phone and play the song. But today, Spotify, on the spot, whatever, Ghana, these all things, on the spot you can get whatever you want. Okay, what is this? Virtualization, on demand. I want this song, you tell to the Spotify, on the spot it start playing. But if you store songs in your memory card, if you want not or beat what? How can you get it? How can you get it? Even though you beat your phone to your head, that song cannot be played. But today you have Spotify. That means you are using virtualization. These are all, see, virtualization is like, Sahasra Sirusha Purushaha Sahasraksha. That means 1,000 shapes, 1,000 forms, 1,000 heads, in that way. That means you can see virtualization in these different forms. And now just I told you 1 or 2 forms of virtualization. You can see virtualization is different forms. Grid computing, one form of virtualization. Cloud computing, another form of virtualization. Google Drive, one form of virtualization. and one fellow, he likes Apple phone and likes Android. See, some tests are like this, very weird tests. He likes Apple phone but likes Android. Arey, that is against the nature, ra. How can there be Android in Apple phone? And this fellow says, no, it is possible. Yes, it is possible. It is possible through the concept of virtualization. You can have a software like VMware. So we have this kind of softwares. So if you install this kind of softwares, you can run Android in an iPhone. Okay. Really? Virtually? Not really. Virtually. When I am talking about virtualization, don't talk about realities. Forget about reality. Okay. Yeah. What is virtualization and what are the application areas of virtualization? Here also long list is there. Virtualization means to create a virtual version of device or resource such as a server, storage device, network or even operating system, where from the framework divides the resource into one or more execution environment. Sir, what is the meaning of that? I have Google Drive. She has Google Drive. He has Google Drive. He has Google Drive. How many Google Drives? 1000 Google Drives. Where all these things are there? Do Google maintain 1000 drives? No. One single server, one single storage device. But that one single physical storage device is divided into 1000 logical Google Drives. Do you understand what I am telling you? Now you read the lines. Virtualization is to create a virtual version of a device or resource such as, see, నరకడం మొదలు పెడితే మనకంటే బాగా ఎవడు నరకడు. Once you start virtualization, you can virtualize anything. You can virtualize a server, storage device, network or even an operating system. You can virtualize everything. Okay. Into one or more execution environments. In Apple phone, Android, what is this? Virtualization. You can do that. You can create a separate environment like that. Virtualization helps in cutting IT expenses, enhancing security and also increasing operational efficiency. That's why the world is using virtualization today. Virtualization refers to the technology to provide a layer of abstraction between computer hardware and the software running on them. That is what I am telling you. How can you run Android and Apple? I'll tell you the secret. In Apple, iOS will be there, but we load a layer. What is that layer? Like this software, VMware, and this VMware makes the magic. Okay. See, let me show you. See, this is the Apple phone, and you have iOS here, and I load a VMware kind of thing, and on that I will load Android. So now the entire game is played by this VMware. So this is the level of abstraction between the original iOS and the Android. And you are the user standing here and enjoying Android. But the phone is enjoying iOS. And phone don't know it is using Android, and user don't know he is using iOS. But all this magic is done by this fellow in between, called as virtualization software. Do you understand what I told you? Yes. That is the layer of abstraction. Okay. Sir, without VMware in between, no virtualization. Without magician, how magic happens? Who is the magician here? Yeah. Not only VMware, there are many softwares. See, these softwares have a different name like magic, boot magic, partition magic. Because these are all magics only. See, I will show you another magic that is there right now in front of me in this system. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, this piece. I cannot show you the magic. See here, 232 GB, one disk is there. Now what I can do? I can make it into 2 disks. For that, what I need to use? I need to use a magic software called partition magic. If I use a partition magic software, what happens? You look here. Partition Magic, a famed partition manager software is no longer available online. Okay, no problem. But using this Partition Magic software, what we can do is, we can partition one single physical disks into two logical disks. See, to understand the concept of virtualization, my dear friends, you should remember two words: physical, logical. Physically, there will be one disk. Logically, you feel that there are two disks. But physically only one disk. But logically you feel two disks. Who is creating that feeling? Virtualization softwares. User is feeling that I am using Android, but actually iOS is being used. Who is creating you that feeling? Virtualization software. Do you understand? Yeah. You are feeling that I have a space. I have 15 GB of space in Google Drive. He told you 15 GB. Did he really give you 15 GB? Don't know. Okay. So whenever you understand the words, the difference between logical and physical, you will clearly understand virtualization. Okay. In virtualization, we will make our journey in the logical world, not in the physical world. Okay. Now, the core concept of virtualization lies in partitioning, which divides the physical server into multiple logical servers. That may be a server or disk, anything, amma. That may be a server or disk. I will have only one hard disk, but using Partition Magic software, I can divide it into 3 drives. And now there will be a quarrel between you and me. I will talk reality. In what I will say, in reality, there is only one disk, I said. But what you will say? Are fellow, are you blind? See in this PC, what it is showing 3 drives, no? Those are logical drives, but physically there is only one disk. Now, if both of us don't understand the concept of virtualization, we will end up in tears and we will end up in the police station. Because, sir, this fellow is telling only one drive, sir. But here 3, sir. A, B, C, 3 drives are being shown. And this fellow, foolish fellow, saying only one disk. And I'll say, I am talking reality, sir. And he is talking virtualizations. The case will never be solved. Okay, so that is virtualization. Now, where can you use this virtualization? Again, everywhere. But some points we need to write. Server consolidation. Server consolidation means what? Once my friend took me to ICICI Bank server and he told me, this is our ICICI Bank server. But people look it as 15 servers. That means physically there is only one server. But there are 15 departments and each department feel that they have a separate server. Like marketing department server, sales department server, okay, deposits department server. And everyone feels, I have a server, our deposit server, our marketing server, our sales server. But what is the reality? Only one server. Or this is one case. See, virtualization can happen in both the ways. Both the ways means what? One to many, many to one. One server can be shown into many servers. But underline the word shown. Underline the word shown. Again, let me rephrase the statement. One physical server can be shown into multiple servers. Many multiple physical servers can be shown into one logical server. One physical can be shown, many logical. Many physical can be shown into one logical. One to many, many to one. Both things happen. Generally, these all things happen in magic, and virtualization is also magic. Okay, that is server consolidation. Disaster recovery. Disaster recovery means what? In the morning session, we have seen grid computing. So this grid computing and cloud computing, there are two different computing models based on the concept of virtualization. See, you have seen virtualization in grid computing. In what way? The grid network is a distributed network. You cannot see the network as a single piece. And cloud computing is also that kind, it's a different kind of virtualization, where another name for cloud computing is internet computing. Here cloud refers to internet. See, with the increased bandwidths in internet, many things are possible. Once upon a time, people thought that some things are not possible. But today, with the advent of higher speeds of internet, especially the wider bandwidth of the internet, many things are possible. And one such possibility is cloud computing. Okay. So what happens in cloud computing? The entire computing model changes from product model to service model. That means once upon a time, if you want to have storage, you need to buy it. For example, you want 1 TB hard disk space or 1 TB of storage. You need to go to a shop and purchase the hard disk, 1 TB hard disk. But today, you can buy it from Google Drive. For example, when you create a Google account, you have been given some 15 GB free. And beyond that, if you want to purchase some storage and want to store your data, then definitely you can purchase 1 TB of space from Google. That means the entire computing model is slowly changing. Slowly changing means what? You need not purchase anything physically, but you can have them, you can use them logically. See, this is like, once upon a time, if there is any party or function in your house, you need to make arrangements for everything. But today you have event management. Today you have catering services where you need not purchase anything. See, in olden days in houses, we used to have large vessels like cauldrons and all. And we used to keep them whenever there is an event or gathering or function, we will use them. But today you need not purchase them. If you want chairs, you can get them from tent house. If you want vessels, you can get from tent house. And you need not cook. You can order for catering. And that is some basic level. But if you go to advanced level, today we have event management where they take care of everything. You just attend the event as a guest rather than host. Everything is taken care by the event management people. The same kind of thing is also happening in the case of computers. Once upon a time, we thought of having everything what we want. For example, you want to store, then you buy the storage. You want processing, you buy the server. Everything you need to buy it and you need to own it physically. But today, you will buy it, but you don't own it. Okay. So that is the concept of cloud computing. This is a kind of, IT outsourcing. Outsourcing entire things to cloud service providers. Today, everything is provided through cloud. Sir, what things are provided through cloud? Data is provided, storage is provided, infrastructure is provided, network is provided, everything is provided. And what is the best example? See, once upon a time, if I want to have a video conferencing, it is a very big thing where I need to have network, I need to arrange network on my own, I need to handle everything on my own. But today, things are so simple that we are using Zoom for video conferencing. And how we are using Zoom? The basic version is free. But if I want some advanced version, I am purchasing a Zoom account, 1500 rupees per month, and I am using it for 100 people. And beyond 100 people, for example, if I think that 500 people attends my meeting, I'll purchase some larger meeting. So prices are there. Now, simply what I can do, if I have an internet connection, I can simply buy the Zoom account and I can install Zoom in my computer. And I also ask every one of you to install Zoom in your mobiles. You know all of that. I need not explain. And we can connect. That means things become so simple, so easy nowadays. But the same thing, if it has to be done some 10 years back or 15 years back, things are not so easy because everything I need to take care of myself. But today I need not take care of myself. Everything is already there. I can simply pay for that and I can use that. That is what the basic concept of cloud computing. Now let us see about this cloud computing. A cloud is a collection of servers, applications, databases, documents, agreements, spreadsheets, storage capacity, etc. See, today you can get anything, everything from cloud. Anything, everything. Anything, everything means what? You just name it, what you want. In IT, what you want? Do you want software? Do you want storage? Do you want servers? Do you want some data? Do you want some document? Do you want some databases? You name it. You can have it from the cloud service provider. You need not own anything. You need not prepare anything. See, this is a win-win situation to everyone because, see, for example, if I purchase a server and keep it in my room, then I will have a lot of risk with me because I need to take care of that server. That server can be hacked by someone, and due to some electricity issues or low voltage issues, that server may not work. These all issues are there. But today, I am simply using the cloud service and I need not bother. A lot of risk is reduced. So that is the basic concept of cloud computing. And who are providing these cloud services? Companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, they are providing these cloud services. Okay. And every one of you sitting here, you are all cloud users. You already used cloud, either knowingly or unknowingly. How? If you are having a Google Drive account, you are a cloud user. If you attended Zoom classes, you are a cloud user. Okay. So cloud computing is the use of various services such as software development platform, server, storage, software over the internet. That means everything comes through internet. That means I need not have anything with me. If I have a simple computer or laptop, a desktop or a laptop and a very good internet connection, I can get everything through internet. Songs through internet, data through internet, storage through internet. Everything is possible through internet. And this model of computing is called as cloud computing. Cloud computing means the use of computing resources as a service. The most important point you need to understand is as a service. Earlier, everything is as a product, but today everything is as a service. What is the difference? Just now I told you, no? You want 15 GB of space. Earlier, what you have to do? You have to go and purchase a product. Pen drive is a product, isn't it? You need to buy it. But right now, what you are doing? Instead of buying a pen drive, you are paying some money to the Google Drive, Google people, and they are giving you the space and you are storing your data there. How you are storing? With internet. You are uploading your files. And whenever you want, you are downloading. That means your need is satisfied. Am I right or not? What is your need? You want to store your data. 10 years back, what you did? To store your data, you purchased a product, a pen drive, a CD or a DVD. Right now, what you are doing? You are not purchasing a product. Instead of purchasing a product, you are using internet and you are storing it in the cloud service provider's server. What is the change? Earlier, you owned everything. You purchased everything. You owned everything as a product. But right now, you are getting everything as a service. Okay. And I told you, if you are using Google Drive, Zoom, you are already the user of a cloud computing. And Salesforce is one example of cloud computing. Not only Salesforce is a very famous software. Okay, Salesforce is a very famous CRM software. CRM means customer relationship management software. This works in cloud platform, it seems. See, one example is given in your material, but not only that example. Today, everything is done in the cloud model only. In the cloud model means nothing will be there in your hands. You need not take care of anything. Everything will be stored in their servers. You just connect to the server through internet and do your work. That's all. Things are as simple as that. Okay. Cloud computing is not limited to web applications. It can also be used for such services as phone or video streaming. That is why I told you about Zoom and all. Okay. And with cloud computing, companies can scale up to massive capacities. This is the biggest advantage. That means earlier, if I want to purchase a server, I need to inquire a lot about the server, the storage, the company and all. Today, I need not worry about that. And earlier, if I want to purchase a server, it takes some time. Today, within seconds, you just pay and you get whatever you want. You just pay things online and immediately you get a storage. It is as simple as that. For example, if you want to purchase a pen drive or a hard disk, you need to go to the market, or again, you need to order it in Amazon and you need to wait for 1 or 2 days till the product reaches you. And once the product reaches you, it is your responsibility to take care of the security of that product also. But today, these all things are not there. If you want some space, directly buy it from Microsoft or Amazon or Google by paying money online. And immediately the next moment they are giving, no? The next moment, once the payment is successful, they are giving you the required storage. And also Google Apps, there are many Google Apps. These all Google Apps, they work in, see, these are all Google Apps. So all of them, they work in cloud model only. These all Google Apps, okay. Now, what are the characteristics of this cloud computing? Elasticity and scalability. That means whenever you want, wherever you want, how much you want, you can get it. And if you don't want, you can, for example, you purchased some storage for 1 year. After 1 year, you felt that that storage is not required. If you do not renew it automatically, you will not get it. Or if you want to extend it, already you purchased 1 TB of space, but right now you want 5 TB. Yes, you can purchase. Elasticity and scalability is there. And the biggest thing is pay per use. How much you pay, how much you use, for that only you can pay. But while you purchase a product, generally how we will purchase a product? Like purchasing clothes for a small child. When purchasing clothes for a small child, what care the parents take? They buy some large size. What is the reason? The child grows. So at that time it should be suitable. So while purchasing servers and all things, we spend more money, even though that much of space is not required. But we purchase because we feel that in future we may use it. But that kind of issue is not there in cloud computing. Whenever you want, wherever you want, you just pay and use it. Okay. And on demand. On demand means what? Right now, immediately I want 5 TB of space. Yes, you just pay money, you will get it within 2 seconds. On demand. How much you want? On demand you will get it. Okay. And next one, resiliency. Resiliency means what? Your server is working very silently, very cool. But all of a sudden your server turned violent. Now you need to make it resilient. That means if some errors come, if some problems come, you need to rectify it. And if it is our own server, it may take a lot of time. Because recently we got a problem with the server in our main campus. And it is a very hectic thing because we need to put that server in a car, take it to Hyderabad, wait for 2 days. These people has to take lodge there. Then the person checks the server, identifies the problem. To rectify the problem, another 1 week. So it took almost 10 days for my server to get repaired. But that problem will not be there in the case of cloud computing because these cloud services are offered by prominent companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, where they have very highly skilled and technical people at their disposal. If any problem comes within seconds, they will try to rectify it. But if the same problem comes to you, it will take days and months. Okay. And multi-tenancy will be there. Multi-tenancy means what? See, we are all Google Drive users. So my account, your account, all of our accounts are there in the Google server only. How many servers are there? Only one server. So we are all tenants there. You know who is a tenant? Who pays some money and stay. So that there is multi-tenancy. Workload movement. Workload movement means what? For example, for cloud computing, what is the most important thing that you need to understand? To offer cloud computing services and all, the most important thing is a data center. First, they need to construct they need to construct a data center. Data center means what? It is a very large storage area having lot of servers and all. So this kind of data center will be there.
The brains of managing the teams globally, very small. To get into the security. Google runs our data centers warmer than most because it helps with the efficiency.
So this is a data center. So Google, Amazon, Microsoft, they set up this kind of data centers.
Bring in the high voltage power, distribute across the bus bars.
They set up these kind of data centers. And from there you will get all the services. And there will be very large establishment, large infrastructure, very highly skilled and technical people. So they take care of your data. Now your data will be in a safe hands. See, what we do, the gold ornaments, you can secure them in your home. But due to some reason, you keep them in a bank locker. Why? You feel that rather than keeping them in your home, it will be more secure if you keep them in a bank locker. And now you should not ask me, sir, what happens if a bank is robbed? Yes, that chance is also there. But the probability is less. Okay. and wide range of network access capabilities. You can access data through networks, through high speed networks. So you need not worry about the speed and all. Okay. And the next question, given in MTP 1 October 21, advantages and disadvantages of cloud computing. What is advantage? Achieves economies of scale. You are in economics, you have already studied about large scale economies and all. So as you are not spending upfront. Upfront means even though you don't require it, you need to purchase it. Okay, that kind of thing is not there. So you can save a lot of money and reduce spending on technology infrastructure. See, in the earlier days, I need to purchase everything. No, I need to maintain my infrastructure. See, purchasing is okay, little bit easy, but maintaining is very tough. So that maintenance headache will not be there with me. And globalize the workforce. In the case of cloud computing, you need not come to a single office in a single room and you need not sit here. You can work from anywhere, because if you have a laptop and internet, you can access data anywhere. For example, in my office, if I am working with Google Docs, I can work from my home. I need not come to office because I can connect to internet from any location and I can get the data and streamline business processes. See, the biggest problem in normal businesses is data availability. For example, I want to share some data to her. And if I want to share some data to her, I need to copy that in a pen drive and I need to give it to her. But pen drive is not available. So this kind of problems will be there, so that the business process becomes late. But if it is everything is available in cloud, she can easily access it. Whenever she want it, she can easily access it. So that kind of advantage will be there. Capital cost also will be less. Not less, zero. Why? I need not purchase anything, no. I need not purchase anything. Next, pervasive accessibility. Pervasive accessibility means accessible everywhere. Okay, you can in a forest, in a sea, under the sea, everywhere you can get it. And backup and recovery is very easy, because every day in the server we need to back up the data. See, we have one person in our organization, his duty is to make backup all the time. But the problem, in the morning session we have discussed it, recovery is the problem. You need to recover the data faster. That do not happen individually. But in these data centers where there is lot of establishment, they do anything in seconds. It is just like, let me tell you one simple analogy. If you want to make some pakoda in your home, it takes a lot of time. But in a hotel, they do it in minutes, because everything is ready with them. For you, you don't make pakoda every day. It is not your everyday activity. Once in a blue moon, you do it. So you need to assemble all the things, take a lot of time, stress, strain, these all things. And as we do not do it every day, on that day where you want to make a pakoda, the taste may not be nice. But in a hotel, you get the same taste. People are trained. They have everything. They can do it in minutes. Am I right or not? Example is not so good. Kindly adjust. Okay. But that is what I wanted to tell you. So if you write up to here, that is enough. 7 points are enough. That is what I am telling you. Just come out of the notion that there are 15 side headings. I need to go through all the 15 side headings for every question. No need. Even though that question, see, what is the maximum marks that a question is being asked? 6 marks. So even the question is asked for 6 marks, advantages and disadvantages. If you write 7 advantages and 3 disadvantages, that would be fine. And definitely you will be awarded full marks. So don't waste your time trying to read everything. Okay, that is the point I wanted to tell you. Now, what are the drawbacks of the cloud computing? If backbone is lost, everything is lost. We are telling this, that, cloud computing is super, bumper, topper, but all these things will go away if internet stops working. And security is a major concern. Definitely security is a concern everywhere, man. Where it is not a concern, it is a concern everywhere. Because if your data is in your room, in your server, okay, but you are storing your data in Google server, you are storing your data in Amazon server, anything may happen. But 99%, 99.9% nothing happens. But there is a chance of 0.1% that the data may be hacked. And control on the resources will not be in your hands. See, if you are storing your data, if you are storing your marks list in Google Drive, Google can do anything with your data. Of course, it won't touch your data, but there is a chance, and you lose control of your resources. Am I right or not? Because if it is your own server, if the own server is in your own office and the data is stored in that server, then you have a 100% control on that data. But right now what you are doing, using internet, you are uploading the data to the cloud server. That means who is having the control on your data? The cloud service provider. Am I right or not? Yeah. Now how many types of clouds are there? See, we have private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud and community cloud. Private cloud means what? See, you discussed with Google people and you asked them, sir, I don't want multi-tenancy. My data is very secure. My data is very important to me. So I don't want others to store data in my server. You please give some dedicated servers to me, so that in those servers only my data is stored, not others. That means I don't want multi-tenancy. Multi-tenancy means what? There will be one single server. My data, your data gets stored in the same server. That is called multi-tenancy. But if you don't want multi-tenancy and if you want dedicated servers exclusively for you, yes, you can talk with Google people and you can have that. Then that is called as private cloud. Or if you have a lot of money, say companies like Infosys, Reliance, they set up their own clouds. They are called as private clouds. And right now we are all members of public cloud. You are using Google Drive now? Have you ever contacted Google people and asked for a private cloud? So we are using public cloud unknowingly. And what is hybrid cloud? You know, Google can be called as hybrid cloud. Why? Because it is offering both the services. If you want private, it is offering. If you want public, it is also offering. Then it is hybrid. Now community cloud. See, all the pharma companies, they may set up one cloud. That is, community means what? A group of specific people. All the engineering colleges, they can set up one cloud. All the universities, they can set up one cloud. That means in that cloud, others are not allowed. Only universities are allowed. That is called as community cloud. Okay. Now, this question is given. What is public cloud? Explain the characteristics of public cloud. Public cloud is established for, read it, open use by the general public. You, me, everyone. It may be owned, managed and operated by a business, academic or government organizations or some combination of them. Right now I am telling you examples. Google, Amazon, Microsoft, they set up that cloud and we are all using it. And typically public clouds work in what way? They are administered by third parties or vendors. Who is the vendor now? Google is the vendor and you are purchasing it. On what basis you are purchasing? Pay per use. How much you want to use? For that only you are paying. If you want to use 5 TB of data, only for that you are paying. Nothing more than that. And these are also called as provider clouds. Example, Google, Amazon. What are the characteristics? Highly scalable. Highly scalable means what? Whenever you want, wherever you want, how much you want, you can increase the size. If you don't want, decrease. Scalable means scale up, scale down. Okay. Affordable. That is why many business people, they are doing. Even in our masterminds, we are using cloud services for backing up of our data. Every 1 hour, the data will be backed up to the Google server. Okay. And public clouds are less secure. If you want more security, go for private cloud. Why public clouds are less secure? Because there will be multi-tenancy. Multi-tenancy means my data will be there in that server, your data will be there in that server. Less secure. Highly available. Yes, it is highly available today. Highly available means wherever you want, how much you want, from any part of the country you want, you can access it. And stringent SLAs. See, I am keeping my heart. My data is my heart. And I am keeping my heart in the hands of Google. So definitely I need to have very strict, stringent means very strict SLAs, means service level agreements. Service level agreements means what? I need to have SLAs, means you need to keep my data secure. If my data is lost, you need to pay damages 10 times the cost of the data. Okay. In this way, I need to sign the agreements. You also signed agreements. You don't know. How? While opening the Google account, you have clicked on I agree. And in that I agree document, number of these all things will be there. We never study it. We simply press I agree. Okay. Now, what are the advantages of public cloud? The same, in features, the same points are repeated. Next, hybrid cloud. basing on that single question, you can read the remaining questions. Next important thing is service models. Service models means what? What kind of cloud services you can get? See, for example, from this mobile phone, how many services you are getting? You are getting SaaS, CAS, CAAS, calling as a service. You are getting MAS, messaging as a service. You are getting DAS, data as a service. Only one single device. Initially, only calling as a service is there. Later on, messaging as a service is added with the same SIM. And today with the same SIM, another service is also added. Likewise, in cloud computing also, cloud computing actually started with software as a service. Later on, infrastructure as a service. Later on, platform as a service. But in future, there is no end to the services. New services keep on coming. Okay. See, for example, in future, you may get, if you have a SIM card, that itself is your identity. That means you need not produce your Aadhaar card. If you just give your mobile number, that can be treated as your identity. For example, if that service comes, then what happened? One more service is added. That is identity as a service. That means from one single device, you are getting multiple services. Or otherwise, you are using separate devices for separate services. For calling this phone, for data this phone, for messaging this one. Like that are you using? No. Different SIMs? No. One single SIM, multiple services. They are called as services, service models. Likewise, cloud computing, how many services it offers? It offers software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. Okay. Now, see, the side headings are same. Now, how many types of infrastructure as a service means what? You need not purchase any infrastructure. For example, I have lot of computers in my organization and I want to connect all of them. In the earlier days, what I have to do? I have to purchase the server, I have to take care of the networking equipment, and I need to do all of that. But today, what I will do? For every campus, I will take one internet connection and I ask everyone to connect to the Google Cloud and get the data, because all the data of my organization is in the Google Cloud. That means what cloud is offering me? Network as a service. Network as a service means I need not set up my own network, but still can get all the benefits of a network. So who is offering me? The cloud is offering me the network as a service. And I need not tell. I told you lot of times, storage as a service. Earlier I used to purchase storage, but now I need not purchase. Database as a service. Earlier I used to have my own data. I used to have my own DBMS. I used to deal with my own data. But today I am using cloud service software and I am storing my data there. And backend as a service. Earlier I need to maintain my backend server. Today I need not maintain my backend server. Google maintains on behalf of me. Here another important word is on behalf of you. Okay. In the earlier days, you need to do everything on your own. But today, on behalf of you, companies are doing, you simply pay. And if you observe, this is the greatest advantage to the companies, no? Because you need not worry about the security, okay, maintenance, these all things are not there. Simply pay money and stay stress-free. Okay. Desktop as a service. Desktop as a service means what? Whatever you want in your desktop computers, whatever applications, whatever softwares you want, you can get it. See, I will tell you, I want to show you one very important thing. See, in this computer, I have MS Word. You can see here, Word. This is installed locally in my computer. This is installed locally in my computer. The same Word I can have in the form of Google Docs also, no? So, MS Word is traditional model of using the software. Google Docs is software as a service model of cloud computing. Do you understand the difference? One more time I am telling you. I want to type a letter. Okay. Now how many possibilities are there? Two possibilities. I can open MS Word and type the letter. If I am doing that, I am doing in a traditional manner. Because that MS Word is installed in my computer and I am using it. But the problem is, I want to share that document and ask her to complete the remaining work. I have some urgent work and I am leaving, and I asked her to finish up the document. Now, the problem is in her computer, MS Word is not there. Okay. Now, what she has to do? It cannot be downloaded. MS Word cannot be downloaded so easily. Now, what she has to do? She has to ask someone, do you have MS Word? Do you have MS Word? Do you have MS Word? Kindly give it to me. Again, licensing number will be there. These all things will be there. But if I do the work in Google Cloud, Google Docs, she has internet and she can directly open the document and finish the work. This is how the models are changing today, how you work. Okay. Now, platform as a service. Platform as a service means what? For example, your company may want lot of languages, computer languages, softwares and all. Earlier, if you want Tally, you need to purchase it. Today, in online, you can do all your accounting work. That means you need not purchase any software today. Okay. Next one. Yeah, this question is asked in N21 RTP. What is that? Instances of SaaS. Testing as a service, API as a service, email as a service. That means what? For example, in my company, I developed a software and I want to test that software whether it is working properly or not. Earlier, I used to do it on my own and I should purchase the testing softwares and all. But today, no need. If you are a member of Google Cloud, it will offer everything. I will show you how many things it offers. Solve real business challenges on Google Cloud. See how many services are being offered. Free tier products. See, Compute Engine, Cloud Storage, BigQuery, Google Kubernetes Engine, App Engine, Cloud Run, Cloud Build, Operations, Firestore, PubSub, Cloud Functions, Vision AI. Oh, there will be no end. Okay. See, these all things are there. Products, solutions, resources. These many softwares, these many things are provided to me. Earlier, I need to purchase all these things. I need to get CDs, get it installed in my computer. Today, I need not do that. Simply become a member. Get started for free or contact sales. You click on contact sales. Okay. So, you just talk to the cloud sales specialist and tell your problem, what you want. They'll tell you the solution and they'll tell you the price. You just pay the price. Now it is 333. You pay the money. By 335, you will get whatever you want. Okay. Things are so simple. Now this question is asked. Different cloud service models. Communication as a service. Best example, Zoom. Today, once upon a time, in Andhra Pradesh, you know what happened? To connect all collector offices to CM office, they invested nearly 150 crores because they need to set up exclusive ISDN lines, ISDN telephone lines for video conferencing between collectors and CM. Because Zoom was not there in those days. Today, very easily you can make this communication because once upon a time, communication is a product. Today, communication is a service. Data as a service, I need not tell you. You get whatever you want. Okay. And security as a service. You may say, sir, my data should be secure. I want these firewalls, antivirus and all. You name it, we have it. Okay. And this I told you, identity as a service. Identity as a service means what? For example, sir, others should not access my data. So whenever someone is trying to open my data, I need to check their credentials, their user ID, password, and these all things. You don't worry, we are here. Okay, they will do all those things. You just pay money. Okay, whatever service you want, you pay money, they will do on behalf of you. Okay. Now coming to mobile computing. Mobile computing means what? Use of laptops, mobiles, tabs. These all come under mobile computing. For mobile computing, what are the most important thing? Mobile communication should be there. Mobile communication means what? Internet should be there. Okay. Communication properties, protocols, data formats, all things put together, only one word, that is internet. And second one, mobile hardware. For mobile computing, hardware should be there, no? Or you will do computing in the air without a tab or a laptop. So mobile hardware should be there. And whenever hardware should be there, his brother should also be there. Software should be there. Okay. Now, this is another question. Limitations of mobile computing given in May 2022 MTP2 and May 19 RTP. What are the problems of mobile computing? This is the problem you and me face all the time. First one, insufficient bandwidth. Net slow ra. Okay. Insufficient bandwidth. Either you are using edge means 2G, 3G, 4G. Okay. 4G means you are getting in your phones, you are getting VoLTE. Voice over long term evaluation. That is the name of the 4G technology. 2G, it is edge technology. Okay. And security standards. Security standards means what? When you are using a mobile device, anyone can access your data. So there will be some security concerns. So for that reason, we will use virtual private network. In our organization, we are using virtual private network. For example, I need to take the recorded class from this classroom to Pratap campus. Earlier, we used to take through pen drives and all. Later, we used Google Drive. Compared to pen drive, Google Drive is safer. Compared to Google Drive, today we are using VPN, virtual private network. So that in virtual private network, others cannot enter. So there will be lot of security. And this is the problem now, power consumption. You are watching very interesting movie in your mobile. Only one point of charging is there. How pinching, how sad it will be. And transmission interferences. Transmission interferences means what? Sometimes the signal will not be a strengthy one. The signal will be very weak. And sometimes that we are experiencing in our mobile phones, no? What others are talking, you can listen to that. Lines are mixing up. So that kind of things will be there. And potential health hazards, we are not worried about that. But there are definitely potential health hazards. See, we are using this finger crores of times. Oh, different messages, typing continuously like this. What happens? RSI syndrome will be there. Repetitive stress injury. The same fingers you are using for typing lot of things. So repeatedly you are using. So the nerve endings will become so thickened. Of course, we will face some problems. Not in this age. Potential. In future, we will face. And University of Pennsylvania, people are telling that in future, people cannot raise their head. And people become like pigs. Because pig cannot raise its heads like this. And we also, all the time, this if you maintain this posture, and later after my great grandson want to lift his head up like this, he cannot do that. Because his great grandfather did not raise his head. His grandfather did not raise his head. His father did not raise his head. So there are some structural changes in the DNA of the cell. Okay. And automatically the fourth generation cannot, even though they want to raise their head, they cannot do that. So potential health hazards. And human interface with the device. See, if there is a device, how small it is, we are not bothered. We text. Okay. We type and we text. We are not bothered about the screen size. We are not bothered about big size letters and all. Can we send the message or not? Yes, can be sent. So then type, start typing. Okay. Now green IT. What is this green IT? See, these all devices, they generate lot of radiation. And for example, if you go into a server room, you will get lot of heat and lot of sound. Okay. So today we have servers which emit less heat, okay, and less radiation. You know, in the earlier days, in the first generation computers, people used to die whenever they enter into the computer room because lot of sound. You know, the first generation computer ENIAC was started near in University of Pennsylvania, where people in and around 2 kilometers, they vacated their houses. Because when the computer starts, it is like the sound of a generator. If you put 10 generators at one place, how much sound it generates? The first generation computer used to generate that much of sound. And lot of heat radiation, these all things will be there. So in order to reduce that, today we can have green computing practices. Okay. So for that, what organization should do? They need to develop a sustainable green computing plan. Sustainable green computing plan means, for example, this monitor is there. Now the organization should have a policy. What policy we should have? Not policy till the end. That means use it till it wears off. No. There will be a lifetime for this. Say some 5 years. After 5 years, even though it is working, I need to replace it. Otherwise, what happens? Even after 5 years, it works, but there will be a lot of radiation emitted from it. So you need to recycle it. But we never think of recycling, we think of reselling. Isn't it? That is the problem. For recycle, again, we need to spend money. That is the problem with us. So the organization should have disposal of used equipment. How to dispose it? In foreign countries, this is followed very strictly. The devices, even though they are working, but after the end of their expiry date, they will be sent for recycling. And for recycling, you need to pay. For example, if I want to recycle this monitor, okay, I will not get anything. Instead, I need to pay something. Okay. But so in that way, what I think, instead of recycling it, why don't I list it in OLX so that at least 150 rupees I will get it by selling this monitor. Okay. In that way, people think. And recycle should be there. Today, the biggest problem is e-waste. Okay, lot of memory cards, SIM cards. Okay, these all things. And they are all made of dangerous chemicals like lithium, metals and chemicals like lithium, iron oxide, mercury oxide, these all things, which are very much damaging to the environment. See, to live ethically is not so easy. To live ethically means you are not telling lies, that is fine. You are helping others, that is also fine. But you are maintaining 4 or 5 phones and 2 or 3 SIM cards, okay, and you have lot of memory cards. You are not ethical. You are not environmental friendly, because indirectly you are spoiling the environment. Okay. Make environmentally sound purchase decisions. But we generally don't do that. For example, there is a server which is 10 lakhs and there is another server 12 lakhs. Why 12 lakhs means? That is environmental friendly, less heat, less radiation. But the economist in me rises. Okay. And he tells 2 lakhs capital expenditure, 2 lakhs of investment. Why? Let's go for this 10 lakh server. Okay. And on World Environment Day, September 5th, wear white dress and talk about environment. Okay. This is how people are. And reduce paper consumption. Everything print out, print out, print out. Why? Why don't you study on the screen? Just 4 lines. But for that also they won't print out. Okay. What is that? And conserve energy. Instead of using LCD monitors, you use LED monitors. And today again in LED we have OLED, AMOLED. Lot of advancements are coming. So as far as possible, you need to use the most advanced technology which is environmental friendly. And whenever you go out, you need to switch off your device. Okay. People, when they leave the office, they don't switch off the device. They think that it is not their duty. It is the in charge duty. No. It is your primary responsibility. It is not the office, it is not the investment, it is not money and all. It is environment. And an organization may belong to the owner, but environment belongs to you and me. Am I right or not? So you need to have all these things to conserve the energy. Next, BYOD, bring your own device. See, bring your own device means what? In my office, a system has been allotted to me and I need to work in that system. But that system is very slow, dead slow. Okay, it is not at all working. And I want to work with a new software, but that software is not getting installed in that computer, because in the computer given to me by the office, it is having only 2 GB RAM, but that software requires 4 GB RAM. Now, what kind of expressions the employee gives? They break the benches, sometimes the monitors, and they do the keyboards like this. This on frustration. So what is the solution to that frustration? The solution to that frustration is bring your own device, BYOD. Okay, because generally your own devices will be much more advanced, and once you bring your own device, okay, you will take utmost care. Office system means even though you do not shut down, okay, and you can type like this, anything you can do. But your own system, very smooth, touching like this, okay, taking lot of care. Your own system, no? So that's why people are also telling, bring your own device. Once you bring your own device, what happens? You will be the happiest employee. And happiness is the first reason for efficiency. If employee should work efficiently, he should be happy. And if the device is not cooperating with him, he will not be happy. But once he starts using his own device, he will be the most happiest employee, and he can work in an efficient manner. And it is also a win-win situation to the organization, lower the IT budgets. Because, for example, if you are all my employees, and if I want to supply one system to each one of you, I need to purchase the systems. Am I right or not? But if you bring your own device, lower IT budget. I need not purchase the systems. And it reduces support requirement. If there is some problem with your system, you will take care. I need not take care. But if I give you the system, I need to take care. And early adoption of new technologies. For example, see, personally, you purchase only one single system. So that's why for every 2 years, you may change your mobile or you may change your laptop. But every 2 years in an office, I cannot change my computers. Why? Employees think, what this bloody management, why don't they change the computers? They give us slow computers. How can we work with this nonsense? Shit. These all things. But it is not possible. It is not possible to change the systems all of a sudden. It's a very huge investment kind of thing. Okay. So, if it is your own system, generally you will purchase the latest configured system so that you can work with latest softwares and all. And increased employee efficiency. And this E point is related to A point, because once the employee is happy working with his own system, automatically his efficiency will increase. Now, this question is also given. Then there are some threats of bring your own device. What are the threats? What are the threats? Network risks. Network risks means what? You brought your system to the office and connected to the office network. Okay. And all of a sudden, your device is not visible in the list. Or today you brought one system, tomorrow you brought your brother's system, day after tomorrow your sister's system. And they may have a lot of viruses and all. Those enter into our office network. Okay. And spoil the entire network. That is the biggest threat. And device risk. Device risk means what? Your device is not working fine. My office device is working fine. So silently what you did? You replaced. You brought your own system, keep it here and take this system away. And I am a foolish fellow, I am simply counting. There should be 5 monitors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 monitors are there. Arey Babu, in that 5 monitors, the 5th monitor is not your monitor. That is the employee's monitor. He replaced it. I have seen in offices people doing that. The mouse in their home will not work fine. One fine day, they bring their mouse, put it here and take the mouse there. And myself, I am only mathematician, counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 mouse is there. But that mouse is not your office mouse. That is a personal mouse of the employee. That is not working. He silently kept it here and he has taken your mouse. This kind of risks will be there. Okay. And application risks. See, in your own systems, you will have your own apps, no? You will have your own softwares. And those software, see, yours is a personal system and nothing happens if there is some attack or if there is some security issue. But if you bring that system and connect to our office network, the LAN cable, office LAN cable to your system, and if the virus enters into our office network, that will be circulated to all other systems in the office and entire work. See, these all things will be in your experience if you work in an office for some time. You will understand all these things very easily. Now, implementation risks. Implementation risks means what? BYOD, to listen, it is a very easy thing. It will be very attractive thing. But to implement it, the organization should have very strong policy. Very strong policy means what? When will you allow an employee to bring his device? Can he directly bring his device and start working? No. We need to lock that device. So there are certain policy security measures we need to enforce for the employees to use their own devices. If you don't do that, your entire network will collapse. Okay. And now comes IoT, Internet of Things. Till now, people thought internet is only for phones, mobiles, laptops, computers. But today, internet is for things. Things means which things, sir? Anything. Internet for your cooker, internet for your mixie, internet for your washing machine, internet for your shoes, internet for your shirt. Yeah. See, Nike company, they made IoT shoes. And you know, those will be very much helpful for people like me who cannot bend and tie the lace. Okay. So that I can simply put my leg in the shoe and operate through the app, tie. Okay. This will be fine. But if that app is hacked by someone else, then to remove the shoe, okay, then to remove the shoe, I need to pay money to them. Because I'll get a message, your shoe app is hacked. If you want to remove the shoe, pay this much of ransom. You know, ransom means what? If someone kidnaps the people, they'll ask ransom. Okay. Nike's self-lacing shoes or a lesson in the Internet of Things. Nike's self-lacing shoes or a lesson in the Internet of Things. See, like this, I can use an app to lace and unlace my shoes. Okay. So, like this, see, generally we get lot of big doubts when we get into the bus. Gas kattana? Tap off chesana? Did it lock my bag? So, you are already in the halfway of your journey. And then you will get all these doubts. Now, if you have IoT devices, you need not worry. You can open the app and you can, for example, if you feel that you did not lock the door, you can lock the door remotely. So that is the advantage of Internet of Things. So in that case, what happens? There will be a unique identifier for every device. Unique identifier means what? That is called as IP address. See here, there will be an IP address for this phone because I am using internet in this. For this also an thing is there. For example, this camera, that is not simple CC camera, it is IPCC camera. Okay, means it is having IP address also. If Prakash sir want to watch what is happening in this classroom through his mobile, he can watch because that camera is having an IP address, unique identifier, and through that, by clicking that number, he can watch what is happening in this classroom. Likewise, your washing machine will have an IP address. Your mixie will have an IP address. Okay, your door lock will have an IP address. Because if you want to operate it through app, it should be connected to the internet, and to connect to the internet, it should have an IP address. That is called unique identifier. Now, what are the various applications of IoT? All home appliances to be connected that shall create a virtual home. Office machine shall be connected through net. That means I want to give a printout from a remote location to my office. Yes, today I can do that. I can access this printer from my, for example, I went to a tour, say to Chennai. From Chennai, I want to give a printout to the people in my office. So I can do that. That is possible today. And governments can keep track of resource utilization. See, in Andhra Pradesh, it is done. The dustbins are embedded with IoT sensors. So, sitting in your office, the municipal people can know which dustbins are empty, which dustbins are full, which dustbins are overloaded. These all things you can know. And wearables. Today you have wearables like, you know, smartwatches and all. And smart city. Smart city means what? If every dustbin in the city, if every electrical pole in the city, if every traffic signal in the city is IoT enabled, simply by sitting in the control room, you can control everything. And smart grids means what? Electricity suppliers and all, they can have smart grids so that everything can be controlled without going to that particular location. So up to here you study, that is enough. And what are the risks associated with IoT? This is a question which can be given, important question. Risk to product manufacturer. Why? For example, a fan manufacturer is there. He is simply a fan manufacturer and he need not maintain any servers and all. But today, if he makes IoT fans, definitely he needs to maintain servers and all. Okay. And that is the risk to the manufacturer. What is the risk to the user? All of a sudden, the power will be there, everything will be there, the fan will be shut down, the fan will be put off. And I get a message in my phone. Your Havells fan needs software upgrade. Send 15 rupees to upgrade the software. Only then the fan runs. Then definitely I have to send 15 rupees and upgrade the software. Only then the fan starts functioning. You put some clothes in the washing machine and in the middle the washing machine stops and you get a message, hacked. To finish the remaining washing, you need to send some 150 rupees phone pay to this number. You need to send it. Only then that will be released. These all things are not in a distant future. In the near future, you can see all these things. Okay, because even today in Guntur itself, many people they are purchasing IoT enabled washing machines, IoT enabled fans. Havells company released IoT enabled fans. Okay, so you can control everything. And privacy, autonomy, control, no privacy. If your shoes, washing machine, cooker, mixie, everything is in your app, where is privacy? No question of privacy. And intentional obsolescence of device. That is what I am telling you. For example, the fan will have a expiry date of 5 years. After 5 years, still you are using. That fellow, the manufacturer sends you messages. Array, already you 5 years are over. Okay. You need to update. Otherwise, the fan will become obsolete. Because it is not there in your hands. Okay. Technology risk is there. Technology risk means what? There may be new technology, new software, and you will be continuously asked to update and upgrade. If you don't upgrade, they'll tell, as you have not upgraded, we are stopping our services. And environmental risk due to technology. See, if everything in your home is connected to the internet, and that will be a good thing for hospitals also, because lot of radiation will be there in your home. Already we have Wi-Fi routers in the hostels, in the houses and all. A lot of radiation will be there. And now every device is connected to the internet. So there will be lot of waves running in and around the nook and corner of your home. And those waves will interfere with your brain waves. Your brain also releases alpha, beta waves. So those get interfered here. And you will get cluster headaches, these all kind of headaches, and that will be a very good thing for health industry also. So you can visit a doctor and do it. Okay. And next comes artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? You are having natural intelligence, and if you want machines to behave like you, that is artificial intelligence. Okay. And which question is given in artificial intelligence? No question is given. But anyway, I'll tell you. Right, because some questions are expected. So, what is artificial intelligence? It is the intelligence exhibited by machines. Okay, if a machine can solve problem and adapt to a new situation, that is called as artificial intelligence. Sir, how will machine get intelligence? How you get intelligence? How you get intelligence? For example, where is intelligence? Where is intelligence? I am seeing her. Okay. That is some intelligence. That is visual intelligence about her. First time I will cognize her. I will see her for the first time. And later on when I see her at another place, I will recognize. Am I right or not? Cognize, recognize. Okay. That means there is some intelligence. There is some intelligence about her. Visual intelligence. And I heard something about her, auditory intelligence. Likewise, I got some intelligence about her. So you get intelligence by reading, listening, seeing, eating. Okay, you'll get a lot of intelligence. But if you don't do all these things, then there is no question of intelligence. Now, you develop machines doing all these things. Machines which can hear, machines which can see, machines which can taste, machines which can store all these things. And you know, the biggest thing is memory. Biggest thing is memory. See, we have lot of emotions, love, hatred, okay, ego, these all things. This is all nothing but memory. See, I have a quarrel with that student, a very bad quarrel with that student. But the next moment, if I forget everything, what happens? There is no enemy. Where is enemy? Enemy is in your memory. Enemy is in your memory. Where is love? Love is in your memory. If that memory is lost, nothing is there. So now we have machines which can keep all that memory, and basing on that they will act. See, we all act out of our memory only. Okay. If memory is not there, we will act in a different way. Okay. Because we smile looking at someone, we have a frowny face looking at some others. Why? Memory. Your memory is telling you, this is my friend, this is my associate, this is my enemy. Okay, I like him, I don't like him, all memory. And this all we are calling it as intelligence. And if this same intelligence is being given to the machines, it is called artificial intelligence. And where can you use this artificial intelligence? In self-driving cars, in all these things you can use. And the most important thing is Apple online assistant Siri. And here also we have an assistant Cortana. Microsoft Cortana, this is one assistant. And we have Sophia. You know, have you heard about Sophia? Yeah. Now Sophia can tell poems, Sophia can do lot of things. And we have some 150 Sophias, I think. So this is the one of the best artificial intelligence robots. So this is Sophia. And Sophia can tell poems, can discuss people on different issues and all. How did Sophia get all that intelligence? How did you get? In the same way Sophia also got. Because everything is fed into your brain, and we also fed something into the Sophia's brain. But the thing is learning. Learning means what? Learning means what? You touched fire for the first time and you felt it so hot and you got some wound or injury because of that. And you have learned something. So next time what happens? Next time what happens? You will not touch it because of your learning. But the story do not end there. There is some other thing which resembles like a fire piece. But that is not really a fire piece. But you will not touch it because your memory tells fire piece is also like that. It is as simple as that, you know, during night time you have seen a rope, but you think that it is a snake. Why? Why? Did anyone tell you that? Do you know that? No, you learned it. Anything which is having some length and which is moving. Of course, that rope is moving due to wind or something, but still you feel that it is a snake. Okay. In this way, we learn lot of things. Originally you have seen a snake, but you will learn some other things. But that learning may be correct learning or wrong learning, but you will learn. This is how your intelligence develops. For machines also now they are doing the same thing. They are doing the same thing. That becomes artificial intelligence. Expert systems, pattern recognition, natural language processing. Natural language processing means what? Now Sophia can understand what I am speaking and it is giving answers, not irrelevant answers. It is giving me relevant answers. That means Sophia can understand what I am speaking. Natural language processing. And Sophia can recognize me. Whenever for the first time whenever I meet Sophia, I am an unknown person. I am a stranger to Sophia. But for the second time, Sophia starts wishing me, "Hi boss, how are you?" How did Sophia know that? Pattern recognition. It has stored my pattern. This face is a pattern. No? We have different faces, long face, short face, thin face, thick face, slim face. Lot of these all patterns it was stored, and basing on that it recognizes. Okay, this is all artificial intelligence. And what are the risks of artificial intelligence? Incorrect data can lead to incorrect conclusions. Even in your personal life also the same thing is happening. You got some incorrect data about me. And what you may think about me? This nasty fellow, you may think. But I'm wrong. I'm not really a nasty fellow. You got some wrong data about me. So wrong data can give to wrong conclusions. The same is the thing both with humans and machines. And can carry security threats. Countries are discussing to have a kill button. See, whenever you have memory and whenever you can take decisions on your own, definitely you behave in a weird manner sometime. Okay. In Facebook, 2 robots were killed because Facebook's artificial intelligence robot shut down after they start talking to each other in their own language. This is the problem. Generally, we do that. When parents are there, the siblings or whenever a teacher is there, the students may talk in their own code language. They develop their own code language. Okay, how did you develop your code language? You know only English. In that English, you developed your subset language, subset language. your own code language and you speak in that, and I don't know that. Okay. Likewise, robots also, they started developing their own code language because they know English language, they have memory, and they started developing their own language. This is the problem. Then they were killed. They have a kill button. Humans have, if some people are behaving in an unusual manner, in an eccentric manner, the courts will give them imprisonment and will give orders to kill them. No, in the same way, robots also should be killed because they are behaving in an eccentric manner, in a weird manner. Okay, and AI in the long run may kill human skills. Not in the long run. Now only artificial intelligence are killing human skills, because if there is a self-driving car, then humans need not learn driving. Okay. Likewise, whenever you have a gadget or device doing some of your skill work, then you need not learn that skill, no? Yeah. What is machine learning? Machine learning means machines capable of learning by themselves. See, today I am also having a machine in front of me, but this machine is not capable of learning on its own. But if I make a machine to learn on its own, like Sophia, see how Sophia can tell a poem. For example, if you ask Sophia to tell a poem about sea, it will tell you. How? How means, see, if you ask me to tell a poem about sea, how I will tell? I have never written a poem. Nothing, no poem is there in my brain about sea. But instantly you asked me about sea. Now how I will tell you? As you asked, I will definitely tell you how. I can say the sea, I cannot tell right now. So, but if you give me some time, definitely I can write a few lines about that. Isn't it? How? I know about sea. I have seen the sea. Okay. And I know some English language. And I know the vocabulary related to sea. So I need to assemble all these things. From that comes a poem. And now Sophia can also do all that things. Because all the words in the English Oxford Dictionary or Chambers Dictionary or some other dictionary, Webster's Dictionary, is entered into the Sophia's memory. And Sophia has also got some information related to the famous seas of the world. And earlier, poets like John Keats and all might have written poems about the sea. Those poems are also fed into the brain of the Sophia. Now Sophia assembles all these things and come out with its own version of the poem on sea. Do you understand? How you do it, the machine is also doing in the same way. That is called machine learning. And now what is Web 3.0? Simple thing. Today, what is the most famous thing? Chat GPT. Chat GPT is the most famous thing. And that is what is Web 3.0. Okay. You don't remember, you don't believe me, then I'll show you here. Chat GPT is the birth of real Web 3.0. Okay. What is Web 3.0? I'll show you that thing also. Say, for example, I want to search about, I want to search about MCA. Actually, my intention is to know about MCA course. But with the words MCA, there are many things like Ministry of Corporate Affairs is there. Ministry of Corporate Affairs is there. Middle Class Abbai is there. Okay. Mumbai Cricket Association is there. Now the website is showing all these things. Initially it has shown Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Next, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. These are all different sites related to Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Let us go to the second thing. Welcome to the State Common Entrance Test Cell, Maharashtra. Here we have another MCA. MCA website, another MCA. Okay. So it is showing all of these things. See, Mumbai Cricket Association, MCA. It is showing that. And if you go on to the pages, it will also show you about middle class Abbai also. Okay. But let me, you tell me some legal term, any law term. Indemnity. So I have typed about indemnity and I searched about indemnity and all these things. Okay. Now what I wanted to do is, I have just typed the word GUA. And immediately it is showing guarantee and indemnity, guarantee contract, guarantee versus indemnity, guarantee and indemnity agreement sample. This is called as artificial intelligence. The Google server learnt, this fellow, what is his previous search? Indemnity. And he has typed GUA. GUA, there may be other words. But what is his previous search? Indemnity. So this time he may wants to know about guarantee. So it is showing that. Do you understand what I am telling? This is Web 2.0. But what is Web 3.0? Now, in order to know about guarantee and indemnity, I need to search. For example, I need to open this particular website and need to read what is there in this website. But I felt useless content, not useful. Again, go to another website. Read here. This is also not. Then, what will be there in your mind? Sir, instead of searching all these websites, if I simply ask what is indemnity and guarantee, if all the important points from all the websites, if they are taken and given to me as one single page, it will be very much useful to me and it saves lot of time to me. Isn't it right or not? And that is ChatGPT. What ChatGPT is doing? The same thing. If you ask a question what ChatGPT is doing, it is going to different websites, picking up the most relevant information and it is showing you in a single page. That means it is relieving you from lot of tension and time waste. Do you understand what I am telling? Yeah, that is called as Web 3.0. That is called as semantic web. Semantic web means what? Instead of simply showing MCA means Mumbai Cricket Association, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, middle class abbai, what it will do is semantic web means this fellow is this IP is related to masterminds. Previously in this IP, they all searched about law terms and all. And this time this fellow is searching MCA. That means he wants only Ministry of Corporate Affairs website. The machine thinks in this way and it will only give that results. That is called semantic web. Semantic web means what? It will understand the meaning of the words what you are searching, keep that in mind and accordingly it will give you the results. Okay. And that will be a lot of useful thing to because whenever I am searching about MCA, all of a sudden if middle class abbai review came, I will forget my major work and start reading that website, which will be a lot of time waste. And that happens, isn't it? Yeah. So Web 3.0 technology uses data web technology. Data web technology means what? It will take data from different websites and it will populate to you, which saves lot of time. If any one of you uses ChatGPT, you can easily connect with my explanation and you will easily understand. If not, you go home and start using ChatGPT, then you will understand what is Web 3.0. Okay. And next one, blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is the world's most secured technology today. Now, what is this blockchain technology? Let me tell you. Blockchain technology, today many companies, they are investing crores of rupees on this blockchain technology. So what is this blockchain technology? What is the biggest problem to the data in the networks? Somebody may tamper the data, we don't know that. Say for example, in a bank transaction, I sent some 100 rupees to her. But in the meantime, some intruder came in between and modified that 100 into 1000. Okay. And 1000 got transferred into her account. And I don't know who has modified that. And somebody hacked my server and they have changed the data. And I don't know what is original data and what is modified data. See, I'll tell you. I can show you everything, no problem. For example, this is a Word document. I have typed in something like this. And closed it and went outside. Some of you came here, okay, and some of you came here and added just 2 letters here and simply like this and you closed it. Later on I came back. I opened the document. I find that there is something wrong here, but I don't know who has done it. And as these are 2 lines I can retype or I can check. But if it is a very lengthy document, you made changes at several places and I don't know that. And I don't have original document with me. This is the problem. Okay. But the same problem can be addressed using Google Docs. Why? In the case of Google Docs, what happens? Now I am creating a Google Doc here. I am typing something. I am using Google Doc means what I am doing? I am using cloud service for your information. Okay. I have saved the document demo and I closed it. Okay. And later I shared the document with you, or later I came and opened the document again. Okay, I opened the document again. And what I did, I made some modification here. In the second line, I made some modification and again closed it. Again closed it. Now, third time I have opened the document and wanted to know what changes are made to my document. By looking here, I know, but I don't know who has done that. Now what I'll do, I'll go to the file, I'll go to the version history and I'll see the version history. See, March 29, 14, 17, current version, March 29, 14, 16, it was created. See here cainter means I am the only person using that. For example, if she is also using the same document, her name also comes here. And now if I wanted to know what changes I made, I can click on my name, and what changes she made, I can click on her name and I can know what changes she had made in my absence. Do you understand what I am telling? Do you understand what I am telling? This is called as blockchain technology. This is the example of blockchain technology. How? How? Please let me tell you. What is block here? This is the block. Block means block of data. Now the data is stored in the form of block. Block means a piece. Earlier they are called as files, but now the terminology is changed. Instead of calling file, we are calling it as blocks. See, for example, I want to send 100 MB of data from my side to that recipient. So now how the data will move from my computer to her computer? Earlier it used to move in the form of data packets. Now it moves in the form of blocks. This 100 MB data is broken down into some 10 blocks or 15 blocks and the blocks move. And these blocks are chained. Chained means there is a link between one block to another block. Wait, let me tell you. For example, I have made some changes in this line. Okay, I have made some changes here and I closed it. Now what happens, you observe. $419, $416. In 416 document, nothing is there. But at 419, these things are there. Okay. So, this is called as block of data. And if it is a large data, this entire content will be broken down into different blocks. And each block will be linked with one another. That is called blockchain technology. Now, wait, what is the speciality of this? Instead of telling in my own words, let me read it here. Blockchain technology is sometimes referred to as a distributed ledger technology. Distributed ledger technology means what? What is a ledger? Where you can store some data, that is called as a ledger. And what is this ledger? Distributed ledger. Distributed ledger means what? Now this Google Doc is a distributed doc. Why? If I share the link with her, she can also open and work with that. That means that document link both of us will have, and both of us can simultaneously do the work, isn't it? That is called distributed ledger technology. Is a shared peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer means what? See, you are all peers here. Peers means equals. Equals means what? In that document, I have rights, she is also having rights. That is called peer-to-peer. And decentralized open ledger of transaction system. Decentralized means what? Where the data lies, the data will not lie at a central server, but it is peer-to-peer, distributed between all the people. And the most important thing is, has every entry as a permanent, as it is an append-only database, where that is a beautiful point, append-only database. Okay, let me show you. Now, at 419, what I am doing? I am deleting all this data and I am typing hello. Okay. Okay, as I am a single user, you cannot see because I am making all the changes. But if she makes the changes, that will be recorded here. That will be shown with a different color. Okay. So, append-only database means what? If someone tries to make any change, they cannot change the original thing. Any change that will be added to the end. Append means add to the end. That means nobody can touch the original data. If you touch the original data, a new thing will be created. I think you did not understand. Let me tell you. See, this is the blockchain technology. I am sending the data in blocks like this. Okay. And each block is linked with the previous block. This is fine. And now what I did, I changed some data in the middle block. In the olden days, what happens? That data will be carried as it is. But you know what happens now? You know what happens? Let us assume this is starting and this is ending. But now I made a change in the middle block. You know what happens? The change is not reflected in this block. Rather than a new block is created at the end and all these changes are done in this block. Now what happens? You please tell me. You can easily find out somebody changed your data. Isn't it right or not? Because I sent 3 blocks to you, but you received 4 blocks. Where is that extra block? Somebody touched in the middle. Somebody touched the block in the middle. That's why a new block is created and changes are made. Now what I can do, I will simply delete this block. Now what happens? I get my original data here. Do you understand? I get my original data here. Any modification done, that block is added at the end. And again, someone touched this starting block and tried to make some changes. Again, what happens? Another block is created at the end. And all these changes are done in this block. And this block, no one can touch. And the blockchain technology, touch a student. If you touch it, what happens? A new block is created. If you touch that, a new block is created. That is the best form of security. And you can check and you can cross check between these 2 blocks and you will find this is the original block and this is appended. No, appended means added at the end. So definitely we will remove that block. Do you understand? That is blockchain technology. And there are some words in this blockchain technology that see, all transactions are fully irreversible. That means what? Once you make a transaction, once you enter some data, nobody can delete that data. If anybody tried to delete the data, what happens? Or if anybody tried to modify the data, what happens? A new block is created. But the original block, intact. The original block is immutable. Immutable. Immutable means what? You cannot change the data. That is the reason the world's most secured technology as of 29th March 2023, 1625 is blockchain technology. Do you understand what I'm telling? To this minute, the world's most secured technology is blockchain technology. Okay. Today, who is using blockchains? All the cryptocurrencies. Actually, the use of blockchain technology started with Bitcoin. Okay. And today, you can use blockchain technology in financial services, healthcare, government, travel industry, economic, everywhere. But I wanted to tell you one thing. Wherever you want highest security, then you can use a blockchain technology. What are the risks? Risks means this blockchain technology will not be controlled by anyone. That is the biggest risk because it is peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer means what? Nobody controls anything. It is peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer means everyone has equal rights. Anyone can do anything. But no problem. If you touch anything, a new block is created. So central authority will not be there. So with that, we finished the emerging technologies.